Hello there, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to 100x Entrepreneurs Summit. This is part 4 of day 11 here of our summit. Hello, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, wherever you are, right? Now, let me know in the comment box. How was dinner? How was dinner for all of you? So I see Siwa says she haven't eaten anything yet. Oh dear, quickly go and have your dinner, right? Go and makan, go and have your food, go and have your dinner. Ronald says I just had a good meal. Time for pom pom. All right, sure, quickly. So after you finish showering, come back for the last round. Yeah, the last round of speaker sharing session. And Siwa, are you going for your pom pom now? Okay, come on, guys. Share this live out there. Get your friends in. Tag your friends. Share this to all the Facebook groups out, right? Okay, share it to all the Facebook groups out there. Okay, but it's not yet dinner. Haha. How come? It's already 9 o'clock. Why are you guys not eating tonight? It's already 9. Are you guys preparing your stomach for supper, huh? Okay, wait, let me just play with the browse. Yeah, are you guys preparing for supper? So earlier this evening, I just heard the news. They mentioned about this coming Chinese New Year. It's confirmed stay-at-home Chinese New Year. So you're not allowed to visit. You are not allowed to cross border, and you are only allowed to stay at home, celebrate within the same house. Okay, so you can't even go back to your parents' house. You can't even go to any of your relatives' house. It's a bit sad to hear that. However, for the safety of everyone, I think we ought to follow. Of course, I've also seen this joke around in Facebook. CNY, which used to stand for Chinese New Year, will now equals to celebrate next year. Yes, so happy CNY to all of you. Guys, make sure to always eat on time. Yes, make sure you have to always eat on time. Splash water to face only, couldn't pom pom. Your eyebrow can act. Can we still watch you on Facebook Live during CNY? Sure, why not? Yeah, come on, let's do this. What's event? Shall we do a CNY Facebook Live? Another 40. No. I think after this 14 days, I got to have a good night rest. I really want to sleep without setting my alarm clock. Yeah, but Chinese New Year, I think we can do one live. Do you want to do one live? Siwa, do you want to do one Facebook Live on Chinese New Year? I would love to do one. Chase, you want to join in the fun and do one Facebook Live on Chinese New Year or not? And then you're gonna perform your magic trick, and then we're gonna have sing Chinese New Year song. I serious? I'm not playing. Yeah. Well, I will need your support to do beautiful graphics like this. I can just appear and host and MC and talk. Well, I can't do the designs. Chase, come do magic. Yes, Chase, come and do magic for us. We're gonna do a Chinese New Year live. This is very random. Someone play music. Ronald, you come and play music. I will MC. Yeah, I MC. Ronald play music. Chase will perform magic. Chase give out ang pao. Yeah, the magic is to give ang pao, and then suddenly you receive from your Grab and from your Touch and Go, you have extra money. Vivian, when are you going to share a session with us in the summit? Okay, my session is on this Saturday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Yeah, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Vivian Lion dance. Can? You, where are you? I'm here. Alfred Fu, Celine Chi, Ori Ui, Chinese New Year Facebook Live job party. Yes, let's do this, guys. Let's have a Chinese New Year Facebook Live party. Okay, what do you guys think? Is it on or is it on? There's no choice. There's only on. What do you guys think? Come on. Okay, if you guys think it's on, type on. O-N, on. Or ons also can. Vivian, when will you share with us your MC journey in the summit, Benjamin? Ben, I've actually shared a part of my journey earlier on in part 2 of the live with Alfred. So this Saturday, instead, I am not really gonna focus much on my journey. I'm gonna do some presentation on how you can speak towards the camera, visual presentation. How do you think about it? Do you like this? Now, why not I like you guys to select. I'm gonna leave it to all of you to choose. Would you like to learn how to present virtually, or would you like to hear my stories? Not to say that I have plenty of stories, but yeah, it's up to you guys. Yeah, I'm really easygoing. It's up to you guys. You guys want to learn, or you guys want to hear stories? Sizwa say, ons, support kau you. Love you. Cool, thank you. Come on, guys. Let's make this happen, okay? Benjamin says, wow. Please do both. I'm just considerate of the time. Okay, I'll try my best. I'll try my best to just share. I'll try my best to fit in the time frame. Okay, I'm gonna do like my journey, and I'm gonna share about some tips on how to present virtually, because I guess this is one of the things that we can learn, how to present yourself in front of the camera, how to look good in front of the screen, everything. Aww. Thank you so much for your support. All right, thank you guys for your support. You know what? Right now, we are going to go for a pump up session. We're going to get you guys pumped up for our next session, our part 4 of tonight. So everyone, let's welcome Coach Josephine. Coach Josephine Yong, she is the first and only female IFBB pro in Malaysia. She's a certified body transformation and physics specialist, certified precision nutrition coach, certified Pilates instructor. All right, I'm gonna pass the control over to Josephine right now.
Hello everyone, it's me Josephine again. Let's come out center. We're going to get moving together. We're gonna dance together, do some exercise together, right? Let's come up, stand up. Now let's try with the hand first. We're gonna circle the right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Yes, big circle. Nice. If you can, swing your body around just like me. Let your spine move a little bit. Let your body move. Let's get 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands. That's right. Nice and easy. Good. Keep moving. Let's reverse the other way around. Very nice. And 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Now we'll swing your hip to the right, left, and right, and left, and then right, left. Now let's add in the hand. I will push your hand to the side. Push, and push, and push, and push. Swing your hip, push. Now push to the ceiling, and up, and up, and up. That's right. Yes, keep moving your hip. Keep going. Up, and up, and up. 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Now when you cross right, and down, and then left, and down, and then right, and down, and then left, and down. Reach out. Yeah, you can try to follow my hand. Reach across, and then reach across. Good. Now when you push to the side, and then push to the side. Push. That's right. One hand on the waist, one hand push, opposite. Push the door. 2 more times. One last one. Very nice. Now I will step to the side, step to the side, and the right, and center, and the right, and center, and the hand reach, and center, and the up, and center, out. Good. Now let's do a little bit more with the leg. Right, left, center, right, center. Go front side, center, and the front side, center, front side, center. Try to follow me. If you can, just do it slowly. Yes, and the right, front side, center, front side, center, front side, center. That's right. Keep moving. There's a one. Very nice. Now take a deep breath and circle your hand again. Circle and a circle and a reverse and reverse. Two more. One last one. Very nice. Now we're gonna elbow to the side, the other side. Elbow and elbow. Remember to twist your hip if you can. Twist your hip from side to side. And 4, 3, 2, give me a pose. Alright, we are done for this session of the power session. I'll see you next.
Thank you so much, Joe. I love it. I love your session so much. Go and follow her, like and follow her account. It's Jojo Pilates _IFBB Pro _pro and Josephine _IFBB Pro MY. Okay, that's a Facebook account. All right, guys, we are ready for the next session. Yeah, we are ready for the next session. Let's check out some of the comments before we invite our speakers. Okay, pump out my dinner. Ronald. I think the session wasn't too bad. Okay, it's just some hand gestures. So I guess it's fine for you. Very knuckle like you, Ronald. Alright, now thank you so much, Izani, for tagging your friends in here. So guys, you remember right after the speaker session, it's Q&A. So leave your questions in the comment box. And after that, we're going to have a session with our co-founders. So make sure you stay tuned. Tag your friends in, share this Facebook Live out there. Now, the last session we have here tonight, we are going to learn and we're going to hear from Shuee about to stress or not to stress. I think stress, this mental state is becoming more and more frequent. And a lot of us under MCO, under this pandemic, okay, we have actually developed a mental state. Some of us might be feeling really stressful. So let's hear from Shuee. She's the founder of Shuee Therapy. It's an internationally recognized clinical hypnotherapist registered with the British Society of Clinical Hypnosis and the Malaysian Society of Clinical Hypnosis, MSCH. She has an extensive experience in treating patients with all sorts of problems in life, from phobias and anxiety to PTSD, from self-esteem issues to emotional and relationship breakdowns. On top of being a dedicated, empathetic, and compassionate practitioner who cares for each of her clients, Shuee is also a lecturer and tutor at the London College of Clinical Hypnosis, teaching about the mind, both conscious and unconscious. She believes that everyone has unlimited emotional resources that can help them find solutions to any of their problems. They just need the right guidance to tap into their superpowers. So come on here, join our session to learn all about stress, how to manage it, and how to use it to your advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you guys a short intro video of our speaker, Shuee.
Guys, I'm Shuee, a clinical hypnotherapist as well as the founder of Shuee Therapy. Through working with a lot of my clients and myself being an entrepreneur, I know how important it is to have a good mental and emotional state if you really want to succeed in business and in life. But in today's day and date, everybody is stressed out because of COVID, the political instability, economic status around the world. And so I'm going to talk to you guys all about stress, how to let stress work for you and not be a victim of stress. So join me at the 100X Summit. See you then.
All right, let's welcome Shuee.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Vivian.
Hello. Over to you.
Thank you very much. All right. So, hi, everybody who is listening in today. I am Shuee. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist. So, I'll just bring you right into my slides because I like slides. Let's give a couple of seconds for the slides to come up. But how's everybody doing today? I hope all of you are pumped up. All of you are excited to really hear and listen about the topic that I'm going to share with you guys, all about stress. Okay, so who here is stressed? So if you are stressed because of whatever, because of work, because of life, please comment down below so that I can see your comments. So if I'm looking up, I'm actually just looking at the comments, yeah? So that's all you have to do. Just give me a second while I share my screen. Sorry about that, technical glitches. All right, hi everybody. Beautiful. All right, so thank you for pulling up the slides. To stress or not to stress. Today's topic is all about how to use stress to your benefit. So I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about stress being bad for the body and things like that. But today I'm going to talk about a different side of stress. And so let's stay tuned to it. Let me just check is everything is all right. Okay, cool. So before I even go into talking about stress, I want to just talk about me. And it's important that you guys know who you are listening to, right? So a brief introduction of who I am. I am a founder of Youth Therapy. So Youth Therapy is a clinical hypnotherapy clinic. I myself am a clinical hypnotherapist. I am also a therapist in Unoa Mind Wellness Hub, which works with a lot of corporates and businesses to help their employees deal with mental health issues. And I am also, as Vivian mentioned just now, a lecturer. I'm teaching people how to I'll teach people about the mind, subconscious mind, conscious mind, which I'll talk about it a bit later. But yes, and I'm also a full member of the British Society of Clinical Hypnosis. So if you guys have any questions around anything, feel free to pop it down in the comments. I'm happy to answer your questions, yeah? So let's just begin a little bit on who am I actually. So I didn't begin my journey being a hypnotherapist because every single time when I tell people I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, people give me that face. Are you reading my mind? Are you hypnotizing me now? And that's not really how I don't hypnotize people for that reason. But I graduated quite a while back with a psychology degree in the University of Melbourne. So at that point, when I came out, I didn't exactly decided I want to be a hypnotherapist. So what I decided was to go into corporate like everybody else. So if you guys work in corporate, pop down in the comment button below, corporate. So I know you guys are from corporate environment. And so I worked in a few companies. Samsung, I worked in another company called Maxis. I'm pretty sure you guys are very used to Maxis. And I used to do marketing. So if you see the photo right there, it was a photo of me and Jackie, and I was interviewing him. So when I was in Maxis, I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing marketing, and I was earning pretty good money. I was really enjoying myself. Until one point, I sort of felt that the work that I'm doing is great and good, but I felt empty inside of me in a certain way. And so I felt that I wasn't fulfilled with the job that I have. I wasn't fulfilled personally, and it felt a bit empty. So if any of you felt or is feeling something that what I mentioned just now is not completely fulfilled in your current job, let me know by typing down fulfilled in the comments button so I know you're going through what I went through before. And so I decided to just quit my job, and I went on a world journey. So this image right here is basically me and a 35-year-old elephant. His name is Kampan. And I basically went to, so this was in Laos. I went to all around Southeast Asia, not all, but quite a few rural areas. And I volunteered teaching English to the people who are less fortunate, and also the people who are who wants to learn English but don't really have the right environment to learn English. And so in that journey of finding out what it is that excites me inside, I sort of like stumble upon quite a few different things. and like different experiences. And I came back home telling myself that I want to be a psychologist. I want to go back into the field of psychology. And that's where I randomly rang up, I basically Googled for all different kind of professionals, from psychiatrists to psychologists to child psychologists to hypnotherapists to counselors. And I basically emailed them and say, hi, my name is Shuee and I'm interested in this field. I have a degree, I don't have my master's. I would like to just interview you 10-15 minutes of your time. I'll buy you coffee. Would you like to come up with me? And surprisingly, I got a few responses. And after the process of elimination, I decided to go and study hypnotherapy. And that's where I graduated from hypnotherapy. In that picture, there is a few doctors. So a few doctors and we were quite skeptical at the beginning, don't know what is hypnotherapy. But if you guys have been following the 100X journey, I remember there's a session where a clinical hypnotherapist told you all about hypnotherapy. So I'm pretty sure that's covered. If you don't know what is hypnotherapy, you can ask me in the comment section. I can then tell you how it works. All right. And so upon embarking that journey, I started my journey of being that therapist, and I joined this Malaysian Society of Clinical Hypnosis. I was basically their exco member working for them. I launched the very first virtual therapy conference, and it was pretty exciting times. And that was last year when COVID started hitting. And then basically I created my company, the U Therapy. And if you look there, our tagline is your everyday therapist. So what I believe in is that everybody has so much of problems, emotional problems and stress, but they don't really they either don't know how to deal with it themselves, and a lot of times they don't have the right support system to give them enough of the emotional resources for them to get up and keep going. So I believe that everyone should have a therapist in a way to help them see different perspectives, to help them cope with life. But okay, that's enough about me. Let's go right into today's topic, stress. So if you notice at the beginning, at the beginning of my slides, I put too stressed or not too stressed. That is the title of it. So most of us here, we know stress as stress because all of us feel stress. And in fact, as a therapist, I see many clients who are super stressed out on an everyday basis. People who come to me because of insomnia, because they can't really sleep, because they're drinking a lot, because they're smoking a lot, because they're putting on weight, because they have a lot of emotional or anger issues. And it all boils down to stress. It's either stress, too much stress that they cannot handle now, or some is stress brought over from they were young until now. And so if you look at stress, right, everybody has stress, as I said before. If you're a corporate professional, I saw quite a few of you talking about commented corporate right there. So corporate professionals, we have a lot of stress, right? You got to sort of like hit your targets. You got to deal with your bosses. You got to deal with your stakeholders. You got to deal with your employees. That's a lot of stress involved in that. And if you're an entrepreneur, the fellow entrepreneurs, if you are here, put down an entrepreneur so I know how many entrepreneurs are here joining us today. So entrepreneurs have a lot more stress, even more stress than corporate individuals, right? Because on top of thinking of your own job scope, you got to think about human resources. How can your staff get their salary, especially with COVID around? There's so much of uncertainties in the market. And so there is so much of stress building up on every day. And on top of work stress, we also got life stress, right? Relationships. And even at home, you got moms that are home, especially with COVID now, everybody is at home. And it's fine when there's one or two people at home versus everyone in the family home 24/7. That builds up a lot of stress. And not to forget kids. Kids are also having a lot of stress. Why? Because they used to be able to just go out, go to playgrounds, go and meet their friends, talk with their friends, and suddenly Suddenly mommy says COVID or coronavirus or pandemic, and they can't go out anymore. They might hear and say, okay, pandemic, but do they really understand? They might not understand what it really means. And there's a lot of stress going through them as they are in the important phase of their development. All right. So, right. So, yes. So, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of what stress will do to your body, right? Stress or prolonged stress causes headaches, trembling, sweating, insomnia, high blood pressure, panic attacks, anxiety, depression, helplessness, unable to focus, unable to enjoy time with friends, having, in the way, heart attack or stroke, or building that up. So since I was in my uni times, I've already started hearing people say stress is bad, stress is bad, stress is bad. Do not stress. Do not let yourself be stressed. So if you guys have the same concept of what I was talking about just now, write down stress right there. Comment down stress so that I know that you guys are sort of like following through so far. Okay, so this is what I've learned so far. I mean, like when I was young, and I really noticed after being a hypnotherapist, after doing a lot of research on stress, that stress is really not the enemy. Why? Because stress actually activates your immune system, and stress protects you from bacteria and virus. Wait a minute. So what? That was what I heard the first time I heard about this concept, that stress is actually protecting me and stress is actually helping me build my immune system. I was sort of confused for quite a while, and that's where I started doing much more research on this. And so allow me to begin to just explain to you what do I mean by that. And I need to bring you on the journey of how does stress even form, right? So whenever there's something stressful, whether it's a physical stress, let's say physical stress, like there's a bear in front of you, or there's a person holding a gun in front of you, or let's say COVID, right? COVID is a huge physical stress because you might get the virus. There's also emotional stress in terms of my reputation. Am I endangered if I say something wrong? If I do something wrong, will someone look at me and judge me in a certain way? So those are emotional stresses that we have. So no matter what stress, as long as you start having something that you perceive as stressful, your mind starts activating what we call the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight mode. So the fight or flight mode basically says that you get tensed up and all your energy is channeled towards your body. So the parts within you that are not so critical, for example, your digestive system, your reproductive system, everything goes stop. And all your blood flows go to the important parts, your heart, your body. And what happens also is your adrenal glands, which is the part there that is above the kidney, starts releasing what we call adrenaline and cortisol. Okay, and so a lot of people get this wrong because people say that adrenaline and cortisol are bad for the body because it creates stress. But in actual fact, that's not the case, because as I said just now, stress activates your immune system. Adrenaline that is produced protects you against bacteria and virus and literally prepares you for war. Okay, it prepares you to start fighting, let's say going through a project or going through a fight with somebody, like a verbal fight. So stress is there to help you and activate the immune system. And so what does adrenaline do? Vivian says prepares you for more stress. Right, all right, stress prepares you for more stress, fine. But what adrenaline does is it increases your heart rate. It makes sure that you have enough energy in your body. And cortisol makes sure that it keeps the inflammation down and it increases your blood sugar and boosts energy. Right? So have you had an experience where you start a project or something really, really hectic at work? Let's say a few days, you really non-stop work, and you put your 100% into working and you're really, really stressed. And you notice the day you finish that project, the day everything is done, you go home and sleep, and the next day you felt sick. Anybody had that experience before? If yes, put down sick right at the comment button. That is because when you are so stressed during that project period, what happens is all of your body is basically, immune system is protected because the stress is activated. So your body, that stress or the adrenaline and cortisol is protecting your body so that you don't crash when you need to really work hard. And then the moment your stress goes away, the moment you stop that stress, poof, the sickness comes in, right? Quite a few of you know what I'm talking about. So what that brings me is the next point is that stress is actually a very natural and important body response to not just help you cope and survive with life, but also it is important for you to learn and thrive. Why do I say that? It's because when you're faced with a challenging problem, when you are faced with a stressful situation, you need that energy, you exert energy, and you need that focus, right? And it is exactly that energy and focus that helps you create new pathways within your brain. Have you heard of the word neuroplasticity? That basically means that your brain has its capacity to create new cells, generate new cells for you to learn new behaviors, for you to learn new skills, for you to be much more capable of doing a lot of things compared to before. And that process happens when you channel your energy, channel your focus onto something rather stressful. And once you overcome that stress, it goes into and consolidate that learning and you become a better you. So if you don't have stress, imagine a life without stress. You'll be just very chill, doing a lot of things, very slow pace, and perhaps you'll be watching Netflix most of the time. I don't know what you'll be doing a lot of very, very chill things, and we won't really be a better version of who we are. I hope you so far get what I mean. If you guys have any questions in between, do pop it at the comment section so I can clarify it before I go further. Yeah. And so this is, I spent a lot of time talking about this because I want to bring you to the next point, which is really, really important, is that the perception of stress itself is more influential over our health compared to actual stress. Okay, so I basically want to emphasize this point because this is the whole point of my whole PowerPoint today. And if there's one thing that I want you guys to remember out of this whole session is this point, is how you view stress, how you perceive stress is much more influential to your body compared to actual stress. Why do I say this? It's because about 10 years ago, there's a study conducted in the University of Wisconsin, and that study basically followed 30,000 people, and they basically checked them year by year and asking them a few key questions. The first question is, how stressful is your life from a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is the most stressful? The second question they ask is, how do you perceive stress? Is stress harmful or is stress helpful? All right. And then they basically track people for over 10 years and see how that went. And so this study concluded that people who are exposed to huge amount of stress, so those people who say that every day on average their stress level is about 9 to 10 high stress individuals, when they perceive stress as harmful to their body, they had a 43% higher risk of dying compared to the people who are highly stressed, 9 out of 10 stress, but they see stress as a good thing in life. So today, if you have one thing that you get out of this is this, that stress is actually good for you, because as long as you remember that stress is good for you, you have a 67% higher chance of surviving compared to people who think that stress is bad for health. All right. So if you have any, if you think that this is important or you think that you're learning something, remember to share out the video to more people so that more people can come in and listen to what stress does, because you're basically saving lives. Okay, so, and the other interesting part of this research is that people with more positive perception of stress had lowest risk of death even lower than the people getting little stress. So what I mean is, compared to the people who has like, let's say 2 to 3 out of 10 kind of stress level on an average basis, when they think that stress is bad, their risk of dying is higher than the people who are highly stressed but think that stress is good. So just let that sit in for a while. Let that sit in for a while, because it's really, really important. So I hope that you guys from now onwards really remember stress as good for the body. All right, go. Wonderful. I see some of you tagging your friends. Keep on tagging your friends and let them know that from today onwards, start thinking of stress as good. Think of stress as good, and you will have much higher probability of living, or much higher chance of living compared to if you think the other way. All right. And so now, after I go through that, I just want to tell you guys that stress is going to be here for a long time. Because as I said, without stress, you don't grow. Without stress, life is going to be not really that interesting. So stress is going to be here, and it's going to stay with you for a long, long time. No matter whether you're a baby, or you're a kid, or you're a teenager, or you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, as long as you're living, you will have certain kind of stress. So once you accept that, it might be easier to move on. And so then when we think about stress, right? When we are really feeling a lot of stress, some of the times we have the instincts, which is what we call the stress response. And those stress response can be healthy and helpful. But some of those responses can be non-healthy and non-helpful for you. So give some examples. What are some examples that you think are healthy responses to stress? And so let's start with the first one. What do you think are healthy responses to stress? Come on, comment a few right here. Right, so stress is healthy. So some people, when they're really stressed, what they do is they go for exercise. Or for example, when they are really, really stressed, the first thing they do can be that they go talk to a person. And those instincts are healthy and helpful. But some of the times it's not helpful, especially when it's negative, when it brings a lot of burden to you and you feel that you're living with a lot of carried on stress. So it's not that whatever I'm facing now, I'm stressed, but I'm stressed because of everything that happened 10 days ago, 10 months ago, 10 years ago. Then that's where the responses likely is not healthy. Okay. And a lot of these responses come from deep-rooted beliefs that has been formed since we were young. So I'm not sure if you have heard about this before, but most people who learning starts when you are age 0. So when you're in the womb of your mom, learning starts right there. And so from that moment when you are formed in the baby, in the tummy of your mom, in the stomach, you know what I mean. Then everything on from there until you are 7 years old, from 0 to 7, is where your mind absorbs like a sponge. You really get everything around you, and no matter whether it's right or wrong, no matter whether that's logic or no logic, you absorb it and take it as your reality. Right? And when you go from 7 years old to 25 years old, a lot of things still comes in unfiltered. So only when you start from 25 years old onwards, it makes it much harder for it to go into your subconscious mind. But most of the things that you learn or you hear or you see since you're young sort of gets programmed into what I call your unconscious mind. So let's pause for a second to really understand what is the unconscious mind. So every one of us, we have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. The conscious mind is your brain. It's where you think logically, analytically, critically, right? And that forms about 10% of who you are. So for this particular instance, so for this particular instance, when you're listening to me talk, your conscious mind is sort of thinking, okay, whatever Shuee is saying, does it make sense? Whatever Shuee says, can I trust her? Can I? And then you might be reflecting with whatever that you're feeling, and some of you are typing, commenting. So you're thinking, okay, who should I tag? What should I type? So all of those are your conscious mind. And so we live our life thinking that everything that we do are conscious, but in actual fact, 90% of whatever we do in the day is unconscious. And why do I say that? Because the unconscious mind basically governs your body functions, your heart rate, your breathing, your digestive system, and everything like that. It also governs your emotions, your feelings, your intuition, your habits, and it brings back long-term memory. So when you think of something that I say and you relate back to when you were a kid, or you relate back to another piece of information you learned, those are all long-term memory, and it's all linked to the unconscious mind. And also confidence and beliefs, everything is stored in the unconscious mind. So if you notice that in your day, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is you wake up, you go to the toilet, you brush your teeth, you shower, or you change, and then you make a cup of coffee. All of those things you can do while you're still not completely awake. And to the point where, sometimes non-COVID times, what we do is we drive to work, right? And so when we drive to work, we don't, a lot of it is automatic in the way where you go into the car, you don't even need to think, how do I drive this car? How do I maneuver this car? How do I go from point A, which is my house, to point B, which is my office? You don't think of all these things because it's automatic. So these are all automatic programs that are really stored in your unconscious mind to help you function much better, so that your conscious mind can think of more important things at that particular time, so that your body can really be doing things and eating and watching TV while you're really brainstorming for your project or things like that. So there's a lot of good programs in the mind. For example, that what I said just now, driving, brushing your teeth, those are good programs that helps you run your day much easier. But there are also programs that are not really helpful to you. So for example, if a person have a belief in their mind that was formed since they were very, very young, and let's say the belief is that that I am not born in a rich family, so I cannot compete with the people who are rich. For example, if that is a belief in there, it might sabotage the person that every single time an opportunity for earning money comes in, the belief that is stuck in there says that, no, you are not rich. You will never be like the rich people. You are coming from a poor family, so you will stay poor. So it's not something in the conscious mind. Everything is the unconscious effort and goes on in the unconscious mind. But then the conscious mind basically makes up excuses and say, this is not a good opportunity. Oh, the risk is very high and this and that. So there's a lot of beliefs that is formed in your unconscious mind because when you were young, you might have heard somebody say something on TV. You might have saw something or someone who did something in front of you, and those just became your reality. And you didn't have a choice because you were learning and you didn't know how to process those information when you were young. Okay, so back to our main point. Just now I was talking about stress and stress responses. So your instinct usually influences your response to stress. And that really means that the beliefs that is in your subconscious mind will influence how you deal with stress in terms of what thoughts come to your mind, what emotions you feel, what body responses you get, and what actions you do. Okay, so let me give you an example so you get a little bit better in this. For example, if you are a parent and you are having a baby who is crying. So let's look at this for a while. If there's a baby who is crying again and again and again, and you're a parent, and if you have the belief inside of you in a certain way that being a parent is difficult. Or in a way, if you have a belief, a subconscious belief that I'm not good enough, what will happen is the thoughts that will come into your mind is, oh no, why is he crying again? What does he want? Why can't I put him to sleep? Why can't he stop crying? Why can't I understand what he wants? And so a lot of those kind of thoughts come in, and the emotion that come in will be a lot of stress, overwhelming feelings, agitation about yourself, feeling that you're blaming yourself for not being a good mom. Your body might be trembling, it might be tensed up, you might be like very, very annoyed. And your actions might be that you get very fidgety, you move all around, you don't know what to do, you might even cry. So those are all the things that might happen if you have the belief. So if you flip the other side and look at a person with a completely different belief saying that I am a loving parent, the thoughts that will instantly in a split second come to mind will be completely different, and it will come and, for example, say, is my baby stressed? Why is my baby distressed? What can I do to comfort my baby? And the emotions is really full of love and warmth, and the body is basically ready to action, ready to pick them up, ready to get the diapers, ready to get the milk bottle, ready to get a toy, ready to play with them, and things like that. So the subconscious belief right there is something that will influence you to do a lot of things without you even knowing it. So, give you another example. If you are in a situation where you are with a boss and are in the meeting, and the boss basically says that you are horrible in your job, why did you not do this? And it's basically scolding you in front of your clients or in front of your teammates. And so if the person sort of like have the belief that I'm a failure, then basically the person after that will straight away drop in work performance, will have a lot of feeling tense, feeling anxious, feeling helpless, and perhaps start procrastinating to go to work, start not being able to sleep, start not being able to eat, and things like that. But if the person have a completely different belief of them being, of the belief that I'm pretty good, that day why the boss says I did something like that is that my boss is stressed out. That's why she scolded me in front of other people. In that case, all the things that I talked about just now won't even appear, right? So it is really about what do you believe inside of you about yourself that makes you have all these different thoughts, emotions, bodily response, and actions during a stressful situation. All right, so I'm hoping that you guys understand what I'm talking about. If you do, just type down yes, so I know that you are not losing, or I'm not losing you so far. And so stress, basically, let's do a quick recap before I move on, is that so far what we've talked about is stress is not the enemy. Right? Stress is actually good because the adrenaline that comes up of it actually protects our body from viruses and bacteria. Right? And the second thing we talked about, which is the most important thing that I want you to remember, as I said again, is that the perception of what you think about stress is much more influential over your health compared to your actual stress that you're facing. All right. And then the third one we talk about is beliefs. Whatever belief that you have inside of you sort of impacts your instincts and your stress responses. And there I've also put everyday language. So what you tell yourself is also important, because if you tell yourself that every single day that, oh, why am I not doing good enough? Why am I not doing good enough? Why am I not doing good enough? You will internalize that, and it will form a belief saying that I am not good enough. And if you tell yourself every day that I am awesome, I'm really awesome, I'm super awesome, then what happens is your subconscious mind say, hey, I'm really pretty awesome. And so let me go and do some awesome things. And it sounds really easy, but having that everyday language help you form a different belief and helps you sort of like deal with stress or deal with your everyday life in a much better way. Oh, very good. I'm seeing a lot of people saying yes. Good job, guys. So there's a little lag between what I see in the comments and when I talk. So forgive me if I have that bit of lag. But yes, great. I even see some people saying that you're not stressed. Great job, Kakai. Don't stress, or think of it as stress is good. And so let's go into the fourth point, where we can learn to change our belief, languages, and thoughts. And once you change the belief, languages, and thoughts, or the focus of those thoughts, it will then lead to different emotions and actions when it comes to stress. And that's what I do on an everyday basis for my clients. Because a lot of times, you might be in that situation for so long, 20, 30, 40 years, that you don't realize what are those negative beliefs or what are those unhelpful beliefs in your unconscious mind. And it's really not easy for a person to see. It's like, when people always say, when you're in that dilemma, you can never see the problem. But when you come out of it, you can see it much better. So that's what I do for most of my clients, is I sit down with them in the first an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I really deep down and find out all the deep, or not all, but the most important deep-rooted beliefs that are affecting them in a negative way. And so, yeah. So it's difficult. It's not easy to find out your own deep-rooted beliefs, especially the ones that you've been living with for so many years. But it can be done if you write a journal and always note down every single time you're angry, every single time you're emotional, just write down why, and probably from there you'll be able to find out. Or the easier ways, you can engage me or any other therapists out there to help you find out these beliefs so that you're able to change that around and live your life to your fullest capacity. All right, so now that's all it is about stress. So what's next? How do we deal with stress then? Knowing that stress is important, but overwhelming stress is not good. When stress is just so much that you live with stress 24/7 and the stress is dragging on from years ago, dragging on from a trauma that you have experienced when you were young, or even when you're in the teenage years, or even adult, when you break up and relationships goes bad, or any sort of that unhealthy, as long as something has happened that has made you to feel scared about it, fearful, anxious, stressed about it, that's something that you need to look into. And so stress is there, but what you need to do is you need to balance it out with relaxation. And what do I mean by that? It's because our body, stress, as I said, stress is good, but having too much of the same thing is not good. When you have too much of stress, you build, let's say, if stress is a bucket of water and you put stress here and you put stress here, for a while, you can still go on. So as I said, in the project, if it's a 1 week project, no problem, you can face it. You can get over with it every day, don't sleep or sleep for 2 hours, no problem. But when you have multiple different stresses stacking up, your work stress, your boss not liking you stress, your colleagues fighting with you stress, your wife or your husband stress, your kids stress, and it piles up and you're having 20 buckets of stress on top of your shoulders, that's where you know that it's going to go that way. You're going to go be way too much stressed that it goes out of balance and you have too much cortisol in your body, way too much that your body can handle. And that's where problems, as I talked about before, the insomnia, the anxiety, the depression, the heart attacks, the high blood pressure, this is when those come in, is when there's way too much stress. So what you need to do is, before you notice that you have so much stress, you just balance it out with relaxation. If you're already feeling so much stress, I'm going to share a little bit of some ways for you to de-stress out there. But if those doesn't help you, please do seek therapy, yeah? And so back to it. When I say balancing, relaxation, right? Why is that? Because if you notice just now in one of the slides, I talked about your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight and flight response. And we also have the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the other system that allows your body to heal and rejuvenate. So what it means is, as you sleep at night, the blood flows to your organs, to your digestive system, to every part of your body to regulate your body. Okay, and so when it regulates your body, what it does is so it releases certain neurotransmitters in the body, which is, for example, serotonin, acetylcholine, and GABA. So all these are neurochemicals in your brain that will counter or balance up the cortisol and adrenaline in your body. Right? And so once you wake up in the morning, you will feel much better because at night when you sleep, the parasympathetic nervous system is already helping you balance things out. But the problem happens when you don't sleep enough and if you can't sleep, you don't sleep enough. So yeah, if you don't sleep enough, you don't rest enough, you won't be able to balance out the neurochemicals in your body. Okay, so relax. So let's talk about what are the common ways of distressing nowadays. I sort of thought about it. Common ways of distressing nowadays, as I observe people around me, are eating sweet food, eating chips, carbs, because carbs and sweet food makes us feel good, makes us feel satisfied in a certain way. So that's why we crave for all those food when we are really stressed. Some of us go and talk to people if we have a support system. I saw some of you commented that you talk to someone when you're stressed, really good. But some of us choose to just go out and talk with friends and not even talk of the problem, just take a few beers and just talk about everything else in the world but the stressful things. And it's what we call just chill or avoid that stressful thing, and so that when you come back you at least relax, or it's a way to de-stress. The other way is, some people just sulk by themselves, say, leave me alone, I'll be in my room, let me think through it. And that might lead to some people crying or some people feeling angry. So those perhaps are certain ways of what people are managing or coping with stress. And the last but not least is a lot of people go to Netflix or go to watching dramas or binging something else to reduce that stress. So the things that I mentioned here are common ways that people use to de-stress. I'm not saying they're not good. They are functional ways, but some of them are practical, some of them are good for your body, and some of them are not. You can decide which is good, which is bad, yeah? So let's talk about some healthy ways for you to distress. So some healthier ways to distress, for example, is meditating. So I'm not sure if you have tried meditation before, but being able to meditate often allows you to feel much more in the present, much more focused, as you're just channeling your focus into your breath, and you feel much more peace and calm. Right? So it's really, really good. There's a lot of research that's saying how great is meditation. And for the 100X members, Alfred always talks about meditation. So go to Alfred and ask him about meditation. He will be happy to teach you. All right. And then healthy eating. Healthy eating is also very, very important. So things like brain food, what we call blueberries, lots of vegetables, apple. And if you really like chocolate, go for dark chocolate. It's good for your body. And research also show that playing with pets are really good. So whether it's dogs or cats, some people like hamsters, rabbits, or even snakes. Believe me, I know people who have snakes as pets. But whatever it is, find some thing that you enjoy and allow yourself to spend time with whatever you enjoy to de-stress. And the last one here in this particular slide is journaling. Journaling, like writing down gratitude journal, for example, writing down what you're grateful for, or journaling, just writing down anything that you are stressed about. I always advise my clients to write what we call morning pages. You can Google it up. It is very, very useful for you to clear out your thoughts early in the morning so that you can have a productive day. So those are the healthy ways to distress. And of course, some of you might tell me that, Shuee, that's so difficult. I can't be having healthy food. Like I can't go and buy healthy food all the time. It's expensive. I can't have a pet because I just can't. I don't know how to meditate. I can't stay still. So let me share with you easier way to de-stress. First way is taking deep breaths. Right? Taking deep breaths really help to de-stress. And one way that I always teach my clients is what I call the soft belly breathing, which is you breathe into the count of 4, you hold your breath for the count of 4, and you breathe out for the count of 4. And what that's going to do for you is it's going to allow you to focus in the moment, focus on counting, and allow yourself to relax and cool down a little bit from whatever that stresses you. So 4, 4, 4. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, and breathe out for 4 counts. Do that breathing exercise for 8 times, and you should be able to feel much more relaxed. And the other one is laughing. Hey, who doesn't like laughing, right? So there are a lot of YouTube videos out there of people laughing. And the fun thing is when you start hearing people laugh, I'm not sure if you have actually watched a video of people laughing before, but try that out. Pick any video on YouTube and just see people laughing. And I sort of guarantee you, after 10 minutes of seeing people laugh, you will laugh as well. Because it's a system. People say like how yawning is contagious, laugh is contagious as well. So laugh more, even though whatever silly things that you laugh about yourself, there's something called laugh therapy as well, where people just learn how to laugh about every single thing, and that helps them better. And Ziwi says, can't laugh already when it's too stressed. So yes, when it's too stressed, it's not easy for you to laugh, which brings me to the third one, is sleeping. Taking a quick nap is able to help you distress. Why? Because your unconscious mind will help you take whatever that is stressful and sort of like find ways to deal with it, find ways to cope with that stress, so that when you wake up, you will feel a bit more energized, you will feel a bit more positive, and you will sometimes, when you have dreams, the dreams will tell you a solution to your problem. A lot of inventions, scientific inventions, come from scientists dreaming, because what happens in your dream is we go into that theta brainwave state where you're very, very creative, and it takes whatever problem you're facing and it brings in different creative solutions when you dream, and that might be a solution. So if you're too stressed, go to sleep. If you can't laugh when you're too stressed, go to sleep. And other than sleep, you can also try hypnosis, because like I hypnotize all of my clients, because hypnosis is a very similar state to sleep. It is almost sleep, but not exactly. It's a state where you can go into it and sort of like recharge your body. Sorry, even in 15-20 minutes, you can basically allow yourself to go into hypnosis, get the resources that you need, build that strength, build that confidence, and come back out feeling more energized and more optimistic to start to face whatever stressors that is stressing you out. Okay, so definitely try out hypnosis. You guys can either PM me if you want to get some hypnosis tracks, or you can go online. There are many, many hypnosis recordings on YouTube, on Spotify. Just take a few of them, listen to them as you rest or go to bed at night, and you will notice as you wake up, you feel much better. So these are easy ways for you to distress. So no excuses for this, yeah? Don't write PM here because I probably won't remember. Perhaps later Vivian will share my handles. You can go over and follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and you can tell me then. All right. And so before that, I talked about healthy ways to distress, and I talk about easy, very, very easy ways for you to distress. So those are ways for you to cope with whatever stresses that you have. But if you want to bring it another level forward, because remember that I say stress is actually good for your body, right? But the thing is, all of us have what we call a stress threshold. So when the stress builds up until the certain threshold, when it's below that, you feel that you can take it. But when it's above it, a little bit, you feel like, oh, very, very stressed, but then it goes back down. But when it goes until way too much of stress, that's where you feel overwhelmed. That's where you can't handle it anymore. And whatever you do just doesn't help anymore. So a way of it is whatever I told you just now, whether it's hypnosis or it's meditation or it's talking to a friend, that can help you reduce stress. But that's one way, reduce that stress. The second way is actively push up that stress threshold so that your body can take in more stress. I'm not sure if you guys are following what I'm saying, but basically, as I said, it's the stress threshold. If it goes beyond, one way is you use all those methods that I talk about, and there's many other ways to de-stress, but that is bringing the stress level down. And if you want to take it another notch up, you increase your threshold so that you can take in more stress. And how do we do it? I'm going to just share with you 3 things today that you can use it to your benefit, right? So using stress to your benefit is introduce more adrenaline into your body in a controlled and purposeful way to increase that threshold. So the first one is exercising, because every time you exercise, your body releases massive dose of adrenaline. And the more you exercise, the more your body gets used to a stronger dose of adrenaline, and that's good, all right? So it doesn't matter what exercise you do. It can be exercises like running. What I like to do is I like jumping on a trampoline, or what we call the rebounder. You can do weights. You can even, if you don't even want to do that intensive exercise, you can just walk up and down the stairs, walk up and down 10 times a day, or you can just brisk walk around your neighborhood for like 5-10 minutes. That's great. The second picture right there is basically Wim Hof in a very, very cold place with the ice. And so if you guys who do not know, Wim Hof is a guy, or what we call the Iceman, where he's famous for just being naked in ice, and he dives down under ice to introduce a cold, icy water to the body so that the body gets shocked and produce a lot of adrenaline. So a lot of research are showing how this is very, very effective to the brain. It sort of changes and rewires the brain to be able to take in much more, to be stronger. And obviously, I'm not going to tell you guys to go to some place with ice now that we can't travel. So what you can do is cold shower. Having cold shower in the morning every single day, it's going to be for a while. But once your body gets used, and every single time you push yourself into the environment where your body gets shocked, it's actually doing something. It's introducing the adrenaline to your body. It's allowing your body to kickstart that boost of your immune system. And that's good. And then the last one is Wim Hof deep breathing. So you can go online, YouTube, and just click in Wim Hof, WIMHOF breathing technique. Just practice that every single day. And research has shown that it is even more effective than meditation in helping a person build that body strength, build that immune system. Because one of the research actually shows that a person who has done Wim Hof breathing for a period of time, when they deliberately put in virus into their body, a lot of them are able to contain that virus and not fall sick. Whereas the people who do meditation will still, in a way, fall sick. So that's bringing it a step up. All right, so that is it for my sharing today. I think I made it just in time, 1 hour. So any questions? If you have any questions, I'm very, very happy to answer you guys. I welcome questions. And if you want to follow me, here is my Facebook, basically Youth Therapy. My IG is Your Everyday Therapist. So follow me, ask me questions now or whenever you want to. All right, so I'm done with my presentations. Over back to Vivian, if I'm not mistaken, for Q&A.
Yes, thank you so much, Shuee. It was nice to hear about stress, this topic here. So guys, leave your question in the comment box below. Now, Shuee, earlier you mentioned that stress is good, okay, and we should learn to embrace stress. Is there such thing as bad stress? And what are the types of negative stress?
So there's no such, there are people out there saying that there's good stress and bad stress, but I personally don't believe in good and bad stress, because stress is basically something that causes you to feel that response that I talked about just now, right? So no matter what it is, whether it is, let's say, a good stress will be, I don't even know what is a good stress. Okay, can you give an example of a good stress? Okay, maybe we're saying good stress in the way of exercising. So then in that way, I understand, because as I said, you can bring up that stress level, you can introduce that stress to your body to help you better handle future stresses, right? So that in a way is doing something to increase the level of that stress threshold. But I don't call that good stress. It is basically just something, or I call it maybe introducing adrenaline into your body. So, but stress itself is no matter, it's just how you look at the thing. So let's say a project comes to you, or um, let's say relationship. Your spouse or your partner basically always doesn't do the dishes, for example, and that causes you stress, right? So it's basically how you look at it, what you believe in, what is the story that you're telling yourself that will make you feel stressed or not stressed, and how stressed. So if the story you tell yourself is he or she is always that way, she's lazy, he's lazy, he will never do the dishes, he is not responsible, then obviously you will be feeling all sorts of stress. Why am I with such a partner? Why am I always the person doing all these things? And that will cause you to think a lot into the negative loop. Whereas if you tell yourself the story that, he's just, he or she is just not in the mood to do it today, they're very tired, or it's like they're not good in washing dishes, they are much better in other things, then straight away the whole emotion changes, the stress goes away. So it is really on what story you're telling yourself, what belief you have inside, which is the unconscious belief that I talked about before, that forms or that influences what you do and how you feel.
Okay. Yep, it does make sense. All right. Any questions from the floor for Shuee here today? I think our audience is rather quiet tonight. Everyone is stressing already, trying to think of questions for you.
Don't stress. I mean, like as I said, stress is good. Stress is it's easy for you to. I don't know. Just don't think of it. If you have no questions, don't sweat it out. I am always available, as you can see. Go to my Facebook, follow my Facebook, follow my YouTube, follow my Instagram. Sorry, and just pop your questions there, and I'm happy to answer them anytime.
Can we spend some time and talk a little bit about beliefs? Because you mentioned some of the stress actually comes from belief. Am I right? You actually have this belief when you were young. So how can we actually change this belief?
Very good questions. Because just now I actually spent quite a bit of time talking about it, because it is exactly beliefs that is forming that stressors that you feel on an everyday basis. Because if the belief is I'm great, I'm good, you won't feel that stress. But usually the belief is that I might not be good enough, I'm not as good as my boss, I'm not as good enough as my colleague, I have so much of debt, or I got so much of financial burden, or it's all those beliefs that makes us feel stressed. So if you can identify what are the beliefs that are stopping you or in between you and your success, then what you have to do is you just need to re-educate your subconscious mind and remove that belief. And you can do so in many different ways. So the easiest way is hypnosis, because in hypnosis, we bring you into the state where we talk directly to your subconscious mind. We change the belief within a session. So within an hour and a half, the belief can be changed and you can start living in a different way. But not everybody wants to go for hypnosis. So the longer way is to every day remind yourself what that new belief is, what you want to start believing instead, and start bringing back arguments and telling yourself so that your mind is convinced of your new belief. So if the new belief, for example, is that the old belief is I have a lot of I have a lot of debts, I don't know how to pay my bills, I got too much. Then if your new belief tells you that I have the capacity to earn more money, I will be able to earn so much more money because I'm confident that I can earn this money, and you keep telling yourself all these things, then at one point, let's say after 3 days, 5 days, maybe a month, you might begin to feel that difference. Okay, so giving you an example, for example, smokers. That's a very good example, because smokers sort of believe in their mind that cigarettes or that puff or that smoking action de-stresses them, allows them to feel so much better, and they have this love-hate relationship. I love smoking, but at the same time it's harming me, I don't want to smoke. So that's that feeling. And so what happens is every single time they're stressed, the body says, I want to de-stress, and the easiest way to de-stress is take a smoke. And so then every single time it becomes the unconscious habit of always reaching out for the smoke every time they are stressed. But when somebody suddenly have a health scare, for example, they go into hospital and people say you might have something in your body, straight away the day itself they change the behavior, never ever smoke again, right? Why is that? Why are they able to do it? Is because once they are able to tell the subconscious mind, say, hey, if you don't stop now, you're gonna die. And so that message is so strong that instantly the behavior changes. But for a lot of people, that doesn't appear so strong. So for other people, let's say when they want to stop smoking, there will be a lot of excuses from the conscious mind. Another puff won't really kill me that much. What. So when all of these start coming in, there's so much of excuses that the person say, maybe I will not stop right now, or maybe I can't stop. And so that begins to stop them, and it takes much longer for them to change the belief. But it can still be done if they every single day tell themselves that I am a non-smoker, I don't enjoy smoking, I hate smoking, I hate smoking, I hate smoking. And at one point they will feel that the urge to want to smoke will be much less.
Thank you so much for clarifying that. We have a question from Prince now. How can one get out of invisible loops, that is, situations that keep on repeating in an unseen pattern? Can troubled situations be reversed using hypnotherapy? Does hypnotherapy involve religious beliefs?
Ooh, thank you, Prince, for the question. It's actually 3 questions right there, and it's 3 big questions. So, how to get out of the invisible loop? So the first thing is you need to know the loop. If you don't know the loop, you will never get out of it. You need to understand what is trapping you in the loop. So what is that unconscious belief? What is that unconscious emotion? What is that unconscious belief that triggers the emotion, that triggers you to do the action? So you can identify either one first. You can start with what is the feeling that you're always feeling. So let's say if it's anger, for example, you need to be aware, why am I angry? When am I angry? And so once you note down when and why, then you will sort of like begin to understand what is that belief. And then you need to start identifying how you want to change the belief. And so, so to answer the first question is, to get out of it, you need to understand the loop. And once you understand the loop, as long as you start changing the belief or start changing the focus, you will start to see some changes. The second question was, can trouble situation be reversed with hypnotherapy? So if something bad, if you have done something wrong, obviously we can't help you turn back time and do it right again. But what we can do is we can help you let go of whatever burden that you brought from the past until now. So maybe you have a lot of guilt, maybe you have a lot of blame, maybe you have a lot of fear, you don't know how to move on. And so those things we can help you in terms of hypnotherapy to bring down that, or to remove that fear, to remove or to overcome that trauma in your mind, or to forgive yourself for the blaming that you're doing because of the mistake. So all of those can be used via hypnotherapy. And no, hypnotherapy does not involve religious beliefs at all. It is basically involving your own private beliefs. If your belief involves religion, then I will work with you to enhance that belief. But if your belief is you're atheist, you don't believe in any religion, I'm going to work with whatever you believe.
Okay, thank you so much. Next question is from Ronald. Shuee, as a hypnotherapist, what's the most stressful situation you have faced at work so far?
Oh, that is an interesting question. Thank you, Ronald. The most stressful situation, I guess it would be when I have, because as a hypnotherapist, I work with people of all age, like 18 above, and my eldest client is 75 years old, and they come with all sorts of problems. So some comes with insomnia, some comes with trauma, some comes with anger issues, and a whole bunch of different kind of situations. And I find myself the most stressed when 2 situations actually. One is when someone is forced to therapy. So I find myself very stressed because they don't know why they're in therapy, and so I need to, and they don't see a problem in their everyday living. So I feel very stressed because I don't know how I can help them better. But the second one is when I see too many depressed patients at one go. I feel very, very stressed because as therapists, we sit down with people and we exchange energies. I absorb the negative energy and I give them positive energy. And so having 1, 2 depressed clients is still okay, but when I have 5 depressed clients one after another, I get a lot of negative energy, and those negative energy makes me really, really stressed in a way. Right,
So what is your go-to method to de-stress?
A lot of it is whatever I shared just now, actually. So my go-to method is deep breathing. Number one, that's the easiest way. And I do a lot of self-hypnosis to allow myself to come back down to my core, to be able to let go of the negative energy. I do a lot of, I nap a lot. So what I do is in between sessions, if I'm too stressed, I go for a quick 5 minutes nap. And sometimes after 2 sessions, I go for a 15 minutes nap and I'll come back refreshed. So yeah, those are my go-to, hypnosis and nap.
Okay. Arthur said you can do grounding for all the negative energies you absorb.
Yes. Grounding works for a lot of people. I found that it doesn't help me as much. Hypnosis works much better for me. But I do teach a lot of my clients how to ground themselves and how to be in the present. Thank you for that.
Because you mentioned you have patients from different ages and different issues as well. So have you ever faced patient that, like, okay, you have mentioned they are unwilling to come. So for patients who are unwilling to come, is there any suggestion for the family members or their friends to get them over to see a hypnotherapist for a session?
So I always tell my clients that don't force anyone to come in out of their will, because I'm not doing black magic, right? I'm not giving them a pill. I am not mind controlling them. I'm basically working with them to help them solve their problem. So if a person says that I have no problem, I can't work with them to find out a problem. So the first thing is really understanding that, helping the person understand that the situation that they are in is causing trouble to the people around you. And then they might then realize that, okay, maybe it's something about me. Maybe I need to find therapy so that I can help myself, I can help the people around me. So once they know that there's actually people who can help them out of the loop, and the moment they notice that once they are better, they can do so much more, then usually they are much more willing to come for therapy. So I struggle when I tell the family that don't bring a person that doesn't want to come see me, and they still drag them into my therapy room, and the person says, I don't want therapy. I'll be like, oh, this is stressful. But that really seldom happens. I think in my whole career, I've had I think 2 clients who is like that. So at that time, it's like, oh, mass of stress. What do I do with this person in front of me? But usually it doesn't happen.
All right. So Ronald has another question. As you mentioned earlier, stress tests can be done through rating of 1 to 10. How can oneself measure the stress level beside the above? Any measurement kit for it?
They're not really stress tests. Usually there's anxiety tests, because stress leads to anxiety and stress leads to depression. So you can go to do the PHQ-9 for depression, and you can go to the GAD-7, that's for the anxiety scale. So those will tell you whether you're in the zone of being too sad or too stressed out in terms of too much of anxiety. But in terms of stress level, you just merely need to ask yourself, how stressed do you feel on 1 to 10, where 10 is the most stressful, you cannot handle it anymore. It's like every single day there's a lot of burden, you feel so much tense with you. And 0 is you're like on a holiday, completely enjoying yourself. And that's as simple as it is. Just asking yourself, how much of stress do you feel? And that's good enough. And so if you are feeling a stress level 9 out of 10, as long as you perceive stress as good, you will have a higher chance of surviving. But if you feel that you're on a 9 to 10 all the time, do find someone to talk with. And I always suggest a professional person, because a professional person is able to give you their professional view, they open up your own perspective. So when you go to a friend, the friend might say, "Oh yeah, I feel a pain, bro," but then after that, nothing much happens. It's the pain still stays in there. But a professional person can sort of help you shift. If you're looking into this, if you're focusing on this, a professional person will help you open the horizon to this way, or even open up so that you can see, oh, I'm actually having so much more choices in life. I got so much more skills that can help me move on to where I want to go. So find someone professional to help you. And it's just, even though it's just one session, it will help you a lot.
If not, you can always look for Shuee.
Right.
Okay, so next question from Jonas. Hi Shuee, will you be dragged into other people's negative energy until you yourself are drowned sometime?
Not at the beginning when I was starting to be a therapist. Yes, I when amateur, I used to be that in that zone. But after doing this for a few years now, I no longer go into that negative zone. But because what I do is I take care of myself. So if there's any of you working with clients and you're having a lot of negative energy, please do take care of yourself using any of the methods that I stressed that I talked about just now. As long as you have a self-care routine and you always tell yourself how amazing of a job you're doing, how you are moving forward towards your life goal or towards any goals that you want. As long as that is clear to you, you will be able to stay in your realm and not being influenced by the negative energy.
Okay, thank you. I think he added on by asking, would you allow yourself to dive into other people's drama to understand what they are actually experiencing?
Yes, of course. To be a good therapist, I need to go right into your life. So if you're crying because you're having so much pain, I am going to feel, maybe you feel a pain 10 out of 10, but I won't feel 10 out of 10 because it's not me, but I'll probably feel at least a 5 to 6 out of 10, the same pain that you're feeling. So if a person, so I get affected in the sense where in the session itself, I will go to where you are and I will feel the pain you're feeling. And from there, I will help to see where can I slowly guide you out into a place that is less pain and slowly guide you into a place that is nice. And so, yeah, I do go into their personal life and their pain. But with self-care, after when I'm done with the session, I do my self-care routine and I get out of it.
All right. Arthur mentioned, when a student is not ready, the teacher or healer will not cross their path.
Definitely, that's true. That's very true, because if you're in the state of mind, and what I call, you hypnotize yourself. Some people hypnotize themselves and saying that nobody can help me, nobody can help me, nobody can help me. And then in that sense, even though there is a saint in front of you, even though there is a person that can help you right in front of you, you won't be able to see the person. You won't be able to even hear what the person is saying, even though they can say, I can help you. They will be hypnotized themselves, what I call self-hypnosis, into a negative state. They will tell themselves that nobody's going to help me, nobody can help me. And when the person say, I can help you, they hear as they are just saying for fun, they're not true, they're not sincere, and you're blocking out by giving a lot of excuses. So be very aware of your own self-talk, be aware of what you are hypnotizing yourself into doing. And from there, you'll be able to re-hypnotize yourself to be able to reach a greater height, no matter what it is.
Okay, thank you so much. Archer says, Ronald, you can use vibrational frequencies detector like Schumann resonance oscillation detection.
Very good technology, I see there.
The other one will be, if not, you can use Ultraman symbol of cross when dealing with negative raksasa.
Wonderful. And I see the comment down. Ronald did say that one time, hopefully, you can be a hypnotherapist trainee. Do come in. I teach hypnotherapy, and I always get very excited when there's more students who come on board, because the world needs more therapists. The world needs more listeners. The world needs more empathy, people with a lot of empathy to help other people find their ways of dealing with their stressors or life, right? It's because I believe that everybody have the skill sets to deal with your problems. But a lot of times is we can't access that skill set, we can't access that resource inside of us. So let's say a person might feel that they are not confident, right? A lack of confidence when they're up speaking on stage, for example, or when they're at work, they feel like a lack of confidence. But actually, they would have a lot of other times in their life where they are very, very confident. Let's say they're very confident as a daughter, they're very confident as a lover, they are very confident as a teacher or whatever it is. And so we can bring in those parts of confidence and allow that part of you to shine in the problem that you are facing that has a problem. So I believe that everybody has the resources in there, just that you need to find that resources that is buried somewhere inside of you and allow that to come out and help you deal with your everyday problems.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there any specific traits or you need certain qualifications to be a hypnotherapist?
Nope, anybody and everybody can be a hypnotherapist. So that brings me to a point where there are a lot of hypnotherapists out there. Some of them are good, some of them are not very good. So be very aware of when you engage a hypnotherapist, what kind of qualifications they have, and be able to just make sure that you trust them before you go too much into, before you engage them. But put that aside, everybody can be a hypnotherapist. You don't actually need a qualification. So it's not like masters in psychiatry, for example. So when you have a master's in clinical psychology, you actually need to have a bachelor's in psychology for you to go up. But for hypnotherapy, because in Malaysia it is not regulated, and actually for many parts of the world it is not regulated. So as long as you have the will of wanting to be a therapist, you can go on to good institutions and do some research of good institutions first. And once you enroll into them, they probably teach you for a good 10 months or a year or a bit more than that. And then you have all the qualifications and the knowledge to be a therapist.
Okay.
But of course, I always say that being a therapist, not just a hypnotherapist, but any kind of therapist is not as easy, because you're working with people's problems. It's very real problems, and it's very fragile emotions that they're working with. So even if anyone can go through the study hypnotherapy course, not everybody will be good, and that might not be good. That might not be enough for you to be a good therapist. So for myself, I don't just do hypnotherapy. I do EMDR therapy. I do ego stage therapy. I do a lot of different therapies so that I can help my clients better. So if any of you want to be a hypnotherapist, know that that might be the beginning of your journey to help people. But along the way, I will always encourage people to learn more on how to help people. Yeah.
So Ronald, this you can actually consider about this.
Come join the hypnotherapists the association. Join us.
Thank you so much, Shuee. Is there any last piece of advice you want to share with us?
Yes. So basically, my talk today is a lot about having the right perception of stress so that it can help you in the long run. So don't keep that information to yourself. Share it to people, because people don't know. Because a lot of people still think that stress is bad, and when you think of stress is bad, it does bad things to you. So start sharing that with people, tell people about it, share whatever techniques that I shared with you on how to de-stress. Try a few yourself and share it out with people. And if you or any of your friends find that even after doing some of those de-stressing techniques, you still feel very, very stressed, or you feel that you are carrying the burden from your childhood, or you're carrying burden from the past into now, and it's stopping you from being the person that you want to be, do seek for therapy. And I always say therapy is for everybody. Therapy it's not like 30-50 years ago, where therapy is only for people who are schizophrenia, people who are in a way what they say crazy, or people who have bipolar or borderline. That is in the past. In today's day and age, everybody deserves a therapist because why? We live in a very, very stressful environment and not everybody can cope with that at the moment. So if you find that you or any of your friends and family is feeling that they are overwhelmed in any way, do reach out just to talk. It will help.
All right. Thank you so much once again, Shuee, for joining in 100x Entrepreneur Summit to share with us on this topic, to stress or not to stress. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best, Shuee. Good night. Have a great night.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Vivian, and thank you everybody else for joining in. Take care.
Bye-bye. See you. All right. If you guys love our Shuee session, please remember to join our community. We're going to bring her back in again very soon to share more contents with all of you. And of course, you can also reach out to her social media account, her Instagram, and her Facebook account as well. Okay, we're going to thank you, Shuee. That's right. Thank you, Shuee. Thank you, Leslie, for taking your friends in. If you have missed the session, you can always rewatch it in our 100x Connect Facebook page. All right? Like attracts you. Okay, so today's theme is the egg balancing. And I know some of you guys have actually posted the photo, your selfie with your egg balancing with the li chun. So right now we're going to show you guys a montage of the egg balancing. Have a look. I think it's really funny, especially Josephine's one. Yeah, if you spotted yourself, do let me know in the comment box. I joined, Leslie. Yeah, thank you. And also, we would like to get your feedback as well for this session. Let us know what you guys think about the session in the feedback form. See how we can improve further. What else we can do? Yanren says, haha, so cute. Yes, it is so cute. Seeing the eggs and how Josephine. Oh, my photo not there again. Oh dear, Leslie. Oh no, Leslie, did you remember to hashtag? Did you actually switch your account to public account? Okay. You need to make it public for your post. That's right, you need to make it public. It has to be a public post and it has to have the hashtag. So we have come to the time where all of us have been waiting, which is fun time, game and fun time. So today we are going to bring out our co-founders here. Because yesterday it was business networking and of course it was a late night show with Jonna. So we basically skipped fun time with all of you. So don't worry, tonight we're going to bring back our tradition, our fun time here. Now I'm going to invite co-founders to share the joy with all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, are you all ready? Summit Warriors, are you all ready for some fun time, for some game time with the co-founders? All right, we are ready. Please join me to welcome the co-founders.
Hello guys! It's 10:30 session now. If you have been following us for the past 10 days, you know what this means. What is it about?
It's about Guess the Brand! Yay! So tonight we have a special game.
Why? No. I mean, we don't do Guess the Brand every day, right? It's our game session. It's our giveaway session.
Oh, so nice. Yeah, are we giving gifts away today now?
Isn't that supposed to be
okay,
for every our
yay.
10:30 session?
So if you guys want more gifts, type gifts.
Not only that, spam a lot of love, spam a lot of also your likes, and don't forget to also tag your friends in so that your friends can also join in together with this summit to actually join in with the giveaways, because every day we're gonna give away amazing gifts like our
Chili
Shopee
sauce,
vouchers, chili sauce,
Shopee 30 ringgit voucher, and also the
financial
literacy program,
and
also
our
100x t-shirt.
Yeah, so it's very special because in conjunction with the Chinese New Year, we're gonna give away the chili red 100x t-shirt, right? It's a limited edition one. That
I should have brought the 100x t-shirt. I should have worn it.
You mean
the red color one? This is the pink color. The red color is even brighter, chili red.
Oh, you got that?
I haven't got, but on the way.
Okay, so the game tonight that we're gonna play, right, it's called the Guess the Brand. Now we have been doing a lot of guessing games, and today is a Guess the Brand. So how is that gonna be like now? The first thing is both of us we will take turn. Like, okay, I'm Chanel. He is
Alfred.
yeah. So both of us will actually read out a tagline. So we will allow you to guess, a couple of seconds. So we will choose our preferred number. We will shout out our preferred number, and that's when the production team, they will actually tell all of you like who is the winner. So what about the next rule?
The next rule is no repeat winner. I think we should be fair and
Yeah.
let everybody win.
Yeah.
So co-founders cannot win.
Not even the production team also cannot win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be fair.
Yeah, so everyone can win once. And please remember to tag your friends.
How many friends?
At least one. No, yeah, at least one. Just share this game and share this fun and share this gifts to all the friends. Just tag more friends and let them come in. And I don't know, it's what more sharing is caring.
Yeah,
Sharing is caring.
I always believe that sharing is caring. So the more friends you tag in, the more that all of you will be able to win. So before further ado, let's get the game started.
Yay!
So how many of you can't wait to actually get the game started? Type start. Okay, we also can't wait to give away more gifts. So the first one, Alfred.
Okay, the first tagline is melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Okay, that sounds wrong. Okay. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Yeah, so you guys are supposed to guess the brand. So what is the brand when you hear this tagline? Now this is something that a lot of people would have known, because this is something that probably if you as a kid you would have eaten a lot as well. It's a kind of food.
Yeah, it is sweet.
Just now I was telling Alfred, what's the tagline all about? Then he said, you mean you don't know? I said,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, because if you are, I don't know, I think, okay, like you're only 20s, that's why you don't know.
Oh, okay. So
You're
we are
still
from
young,
different generations. Okay. Glad that you know about that.
So we picked the fifth winner.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
fair.
do we have the answer ready?
Okay, we shall repeat the clue again.
Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. That's the tagline.
Yes.
So what's the brand?
What is the brand now? Come to the count of 5.
The clue.
Let's get
I'll give
the
you one more
winner.
clue. Same letters.
So any one of you got the answer already? So it's actually very simple for those of you who have just came in, right? We're having this game called Guess the Brand. So what is it about now? One of us will actually take turns to actually tell out the tagline. So based on the tagline, you're supposed to guess the brand.
Yep.
It can be a kind of food. It can be kind of things that you actually wear on every single day. So after you guess the brand right, all you need to do is just tag one friend, followed by the answer. And you will stand a chance that right now we're giving away
The
3
chili
chili
sauce.
sauces.
Yeah.
So I was told by the production team that we have gotten a
Winner!
winner.
Yay! So the winner is Leslie from.
Congratulations to you, Leslie from Philippines.
So
Yes.
Leslie, remember to send a message to our Facebook page. We will figure out how to send you the chili sauce to Singapore.
Yeah, so before we give more chili sauce, right, what is this chili sauce all about? Now, the chili sauce that we're giving away is called LY chili sauce. So why is it even called LY? Is because it originates from the name Love You. It is a love legacy for a parent who passed away and couldn't witness the success of this story. That's why the son took this as a legacy. He actually managed this business as a legacy purpose. So he really wants to give love to more of you. That's why we are also helping our best to distribute this love to all of you. So if you feel love now, come on and spend more love, spend more light to all of us. This is about a lovely night. So how about the second giveaway? Come on, guys, we shall start. The happiest place on earth. Okay, so the next clue is the happiest place on earth. So this is the tagline. Guess the brand. Okay, I can do that.
You should know the answer.
Yeah. Not bad, right?
That's that's like the best place to go. It's like I think it's also my favorite place. It's also my favorite place.
Really?
Yep. I think everyone would love the place. I'm sure you love it. I'm sure you love it.
I've not heard of this tagline again. Like,
Really? Yeah. It's very normal because we normally remember the brand and we've forgotten the message.
oh,
Yeah. So I'm sure you know the brand.
okay.
I'm very sure you know the brand. I'm sure most of you know the
I'm
brand.
very curious to know the brand.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
sometimes we especially because these are all quite old school companies. So very much they will tell you the company's name, and somehow we forgot the tagline.
Oh.
So it's only the new 90s and the new 2000s. It's like Facebook, right? We use Facebook so many years. We never know the tagline.
Yeah, we don't
Right.
even know the Facebook tagline.
Yeah.
So for this one, we're gonna choose the second winner. So what is the tagline again? The tagline is the happiest place on earth. So based on this tagline, for those of you who are new here in this Facebook Live, all you need to do is we're gonna give you the tagline. So all you need to do is you just got to figure out the answer, okay, and then tag a friend.
Yep.
Best if you can tag 3 friends followed by your answer, and you stand a chance to win chili sauce worth 28 ringgit. So right now, I was told by production team that we have gotten another winner.
Yay.
Congratulations to you, Muhammad Izani.
I think we didn't say the name of the first one. The first one was M&M. The melts in your mouth, not your hand. This one is Disneyland.
Oh yeah, oh Disneyland. Okay.
You know Disneyland, but
Yes,
just that
yes,
we don't
yes.
know.
Correct.
Sometimes we forget the tagline.
So the happiest place on earth is the tagline for Disneyland. So do you get it right? So if you want to also try out your luck now, do also tag in more friends so that all of you actually stand more chances to win, because there will be no repeated winners. We will only give to the one and unique winner of the night.
So if you want to share, all these gifts, your friends, tag your friend to come in, play this game together. Tell your friend what's the answer if you know the answer, but you already won something. So share more love, share more likes, and tag more friends. So yes, what's the next? Oh, think different. The tagline is think different. So something that you guys always use. So think different. The tagline is think different. Yes. So
based on this tagline, guess a brand.
Yes, guess the brand. Guess the brand. Don't ask Google. So.
Oh yeah. By the way, why do brands actually need tagline?
Yep.
Why
So
do brands actually
I think
need
it's
tagline?
more like the what it means, what it means for the brand, and that one message. That one message that you want to send out, so that when people see your brand, this is what it means. So like Chanel, what would be if you have a tagline? What would be your tagline? Chanel.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I thought you were explaining to me.
So if you are,
that's something that I got to figure out, because I don't have a tagline. for
okay.
myself.
Can I suggest something? Can I suggest that will be your contract to yourself? So I had a contract to myself.
Okay.
So Alfred, what is my contract? My contract is I'm a loving man. So that's my nick. So I'm a loving, powerful, and a man of integrity. So that's my contract. So no matter what I do, I need to live by my contract. So am I loving? Am I powerful? So everyone can have a different word. So that can be your tagline too.
Okay. So that means tagline don't necessarily need to be a sentence. It can be just a powerful word that describes you, right?
I mean, it doesn't have to. It shouldn't be something too long. It should be something that is just pop, like on point. Like this represents you. So sometimes for us, we just want to. I mean, some people call it a tagline is for companies, but for us,
I think every human needs a tagline as well.
Yeah.
When
What
people
you
mention about the
represent.
tagline, they think of me.
Yeah.
So when I was young, people call me Snow White because of the fair complexion I have. Yeah.
So you are princess.
No, I'm not a princess.
Yeah, you're definitely not a princess. Okay.
Before we actually talk further and talk to the sky and the moon, we shall pick the winner. Okay, so just now we were giving the tagline called Think Differently, and you know what? We have gotten a winner, and the first person, we're gonna pick the first person. She is Kate Lu. Congratulations to you.
Hi, Kate.
And
Thanks
so
for coming
what is
in.
the answer? The answer is
Apple.
Okay, I really didn't know this. Okay.
So you're always used. I thought you knew because you're an Apple
Apple
user.
user.
Yeah. Okay.
So okay,
All right. No
Alright.
problem. So anyway, thank
we
you
shall
very much.
see you guys
Yep.
tomorrow, and we shall pass this floor to more co-founders so that they can give more vouchers and more gifts to all of you. So thank you, and come on.
Yeah. So the next person is. Hello.
Hello, I'm Josephine.
I'm Benjamin.
Okay, so the next is us.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Okay, let's play the game.
okay, for those who just come in and don't know what's happening, right? We are playing a game called Guess the Brand, right? And what will we be giving out for prizes?
We will be giving out 30 ringgit Shopee voucher. Okay, so there's going to be no repeat winner. Okay, just be fair to everyone. Okay, those who already won previously the first 3 questions, so you won't be getting repeat winning. Okay,
Right.
so make sure you tag your friends. Hashtag 100x submit.
Okay, so how to play this game is that when we read out a tagline, you have to guess what the brand is from the tagline, okay? Right, so let's start. Our one is called Open Happiness. Actually, what's Open Happiness?
I have no idea. Really,
Right.
I'm so
So
bad.
we
at
also
this
don't
game.
know the idea, don't know the brand. So
Yes.
it's up to you guys to tell us. As Alfred mentioned just now, no Googling, cannot Google. No such thing. Don't Google, just tell us what is
Happiness. Is it a box
what's
or
Open
something?
Happiness.
Because you need to open, right?
Sounds
or
like
a
some kind
door.
of chocolate kind of thing.
Yeah, something you need to open, then you feel good and happy and
Chocolate?
chocolate.
Chocolate cake. I can only think about sweet stuff. Maybe you have any idea?
Somebody say, I also don't know. Maybe it's a book. Maybe
Open.
it's no, cannot be, right?
No, right.
Happiness. Maybe it's a drink. You say chocolate,
Open-
right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a drink.
A drink. Oh, okay. Open happiness. Open. Or is it like a place? Because when you go there, you're openly happy. Like a concert.
Do
kind
you
of
happy
thing.
with like very close, like openly happy? Okay, we're going to choose the third winner. Okay.
The third answer, right?
Yeah.
So you keep on spamming your
answer is the
answer. The
winner.
third person who did the
Open.
correct answer is the winner for the 30 ringgit Shopee.
Open.
And we got a winner!
Oh, we got the winner.
Hang Leo!
Hey Leo, congratulations.
Actually, the answer is
What is that?
Coca-Cola.
Open happiness.
Okay. Now I know.
Leo, do you drink a lot of Coca-Cola?
Oh, must be like home always drink. Right? I think her favorite drink is Coca-Cola.
Yeah, most probably, right? If not, I don't know lah. Okay, make sure tag the brand
Tag the
also.
brand. Oh my
If you
God.
can, if you're like us, we don't know, you tag the brand, okay? So that the brand can come in.
Then maybe
And
they can
yes.
sponsor us some Coca-Cola
Yeah.
and then they can give you the Coca-Cola.
Tag the
right?
brand also now.
Okay, next tagline.
That's how you can get Coca-Cola, free Coca-Cola. Every little thing is everything. Every little thing is everything.
Every little thing is everything.
Every
Long
little thing is everything.
Everything is everything. Every small thing is big thing. Big thing is small thing.
Small thing is small thing. I don't.
Every little thing is everything.
Every little thing
What is this?
is
Why,
everything.
why this?
Okay,
Okay,
we're gonna
the
choose the
fifth,
fifth.
right? The
Yeah.
fifth answer.
Yeah. Fifth correct answer.
The
is
fifth
gonna be
correct
the
answer.
winner.
Yes.
Why so difficult one?
Yeah. Why we also don't know?
Why can't you just give me something?
Every little
easier?
thing is everything.
Every little
Yeah. So I don't know how you guys know all this kind of stuff, but if you know this, let us
Yes, show us your talent.
know. Yeah, you can tag the brand also, right?
Yes.
Tag all the brands you want to tag. Just tag. Then
That, so that probably you can become the ambassador also because you know them so well, right?
yeah.
Ah.
What?
It must be really small, right?
Tips. Oh. Okay. So.
We gotta keep tips.
Okay, we just found out a good information of this brand. The brand's founder, his name is called Michael.
Which doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah, how many
It doesn't
brands?
help at all.
Okay, so name all the brands that you know whose founder is called Michael.
It doesn't help.
Which country is this thing from?
I don't know.
Alright. Okay, let's narrow it down. If you don't know, if you guys don't know, let's narrow it down.
Yeah, yes.
Electronic brand.
Yep.
Yes,
Electronic.
electronic brand.
Yes.
Which electronic brand is the founder whose name is Michael?
Yes. Easy enough. Okay. Can anybody guess or not?
No?
If not, we give another.
Last
tip.
tip, alright? To save time, you say.
It sounds like bell.
Bell in a cell, fighting the meow. in the well. Okay, yeah. Right? Skip. Oh.
The answer is Dell. Oh,
Someone answered correctly.
already.
Someone answered correctly.
Oh,
Please
answer.
spam the answer right now.
I say you already.
Spam the answer.
I already give you the answer.
Spam the answer. The third answer. Sorry, it's the fifth. Spam your answer 5 times.
Come on.
Spam your answer 5 times. Spam. Then we can come in already. You want me or not? You want me or not? Yes. No. Yes. No. Spam.
Faster.
Right. One of you got the answer. One of you got the answer.
Yeah,
Yeah. We have the answer.
already. Yes.
Okay, the winner is
Prince. Congratulations, Prince. You got yourself 30 ringgit Shopee voucher.
yeah. Okay, last one from us. These two. Okay, the tagline is "We make your ideas happen." Sounds like a pen kind of brand. Is it? Because it's like, yeah, they create the thing for you. Or is it like
It sounds very familiar.
it's like a image software kind of thing. Whatever that creates your idea, put it on paper, put it on screen, put it on where. Yeah, no. We can guess.
We can guess also.
They're asking us to guess also. Yeah, so let's play also.
I'm so stressed.
Hey, you guess you can
I
guess.
don't know. What is that?
Just simply blah.
We make things
Just
happen.
blah something.
We make what is it? We make your ideas something. We make
You
your
make your
ideas happen.
We make your ideas happen. We make your ideas happen.
So somebody give. Should I give it? What camera?
10. Okay. Oh, the 10th. The 10th.
10 person who answer it correctly will be the winner.
Yep. Right. So, please, if you know the answer, spam the answer 10 times. And there's a winner.
Yemen!
Okay. The brand is the organizer. No, what?
Our production team.
Production team is
Woods
Woods Event.
Good job, Yemen.
Wow, how did Yemen
Good
know?
job.
Right, please
Tag
tag
your
your friends,
friends.
tag your friends, right?
Yes.
Hashtag 100x Summit.
Yes.
Right.
And
Tag your friends.
Woods team also.
Please continue tagging your friends while our friends come in
Next one. We're gonna change.
Hi, so I'm Ollie and she's
Yuki.
okay. So same as them. Today is going to be about guess the brand. So we are going to read out the tagline and you guys guess lah, huh?
Yeah.
Basically,
Uh.
we're going to emphasize giving some clue for you, and if you read it and you know which is the tagline, then you just write on the comments. Okay? Tag your friend.
So we should start. You start first, ladies first.
Ladies first. I'm a daughter. The tagline is never stop, never settle since 1765.
So I know when it is established. It is established at 1765, right?
Yeah. Never stop. What is never stop?
Never stop, never settle. Wow.
Never stop, never settle.
1765. Are you born? A bit of really,
Few
really
century
selfish.
past life, maybe. Yes.
Never stop, never settle.
Never
Wow.
stop. 176. I mean, how many years already? Yeah? 200 years. 230. 230 something.
265.
265 years.
55.
Never
56.
stop.
This year is 2021.
What is never stop? Watch? Or what?
Oh. Oh.
Would that be?
Smart. What else never stop? Hey, anyone guess? Anyone
Guess,
guess?
guess. Faster. Anything is never stop. How many years?
Right. Wow.
Wow.
So we have some clue here. The clue here is liquid. Ah.
And that one can kill germ one.
Right. Let's be a little bit exact. The clue is alcohol.
Alcohol. Wow. Very fast.
Until you stop, you will never settle. So it's called never stop, never settle. All right. So the fifth winner will win
Bottle of brandy.
a bottle of brandy. Yeah. No.
Alfred's one.
So the fifth winner who write the name will get financial literacy camp.
Yep.
For kids.
For
Yeah.
kids. For
Anyone?
kids.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Never stop, never settle.
So the fifth will get
The clue is alcohol. Alcohol.
All right. Cool. Any more answer? The fifth winner will get the answer. Will get the financial literacy camp for kids. Oh, someone got the right answer. Yes,
That's the right
congratulations. But you haven't reached the fifth person, so you. Oh. But you haven't get the fifth person. Yeah, but we haven't get the fifth person. We only got a few people. So you need the fifth person to win the financial literacy camp. Yeah. Come on.
Guessing.
Keep on coming.
Tag. Spam us.
Spam us with your answer. Spam us with your answer.
us.
Great. Someone guess it. One more.
One more.
All right. So I guess we have the winner of the
The
day.
winner of the day.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, I thought it's Audi. When I see the name start with A. So congratulations.
We have Alex Raja. Congratulations. Yeah. The answer is Hennessy. Hennessy. Why never stop, never settle?
Because you won.
It's not enough.
Lacking. Okay, we have a next one. The next one.
Right. So this one is called the best man a man can get. The best a man can get.
The best a man can get.
Yukili.
Yay! Cannot get. Hiya.
So what is the best that a man can get? Is it
The best a man can get.
a wife?
Honor? Ego? Else.
The best a man
pride.
can
Clothing line.
Any clue?
When someone say baby,
Baby. Woo. The best a man can get.
Yeah, great. So now I know what is your priority.
got someone say Rolex.
Rolex.
The best a man can get.
What else? Come on.
Come on. Spam.
Yeah, continue spamming the answer. And we'll get the third winner, will get the prize. Yeah.
It's
so
our financial literacy camp for kids.
now we have
The winner will get Yvonne.
We have somebody guess the answer correctly.
We need more answer.
Yeah, come on, keep typing your answer. All right, we have our winner of the day.
Oh. Okay, we have our winner. The winner is Jonathan Matthew.
Yay, congratulations.
Woo. Guess what? The answer is
Gillette. Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da.
So which is
Gillette.
wow, so
What they call?
you can
Shaver,
shaver.
right? The Gillette. Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll pass to the next one.
The next.
Yeah, we'll pass to our team's next one. Yes.
Yes, the winner will get Jackie and Yvonne.
Hello. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Jackie.
I'm Yvonne.
Yep. And we are here to give out the grand prize.
Oh, really?
Which is? Which is what?
Which is this one?
I think everybody knows that.
Yeah. It's a 100x t-shirt.
100x
You
t-shirt.
get Yvonne's t-shirt.
Yeah.
Not wash one or wash one.
The one watch.
The one wash one.
Ah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into the rules again.
Okay.
Just to remind some of them that are new. No repeated winner, right?
Yeah.
And what
We're gonna
else?
read a tagline for you guys, and
Yeah.
then you have to guess the brand of that tagline, and we will choose either the first or second or third to be the winner. So there may be someone who has the answer first, but does not mean that they will win the prize, right?
Exactly.
So what do you need to do?
They took you spamming,
Spamming the answer, right?
The answer,
Yeah.
and tag the brand as well. For example, the brand is Apple. For example, please add Apple or
Yeah.
hashtag Apple, but add is better lah. Put the company's
Yeah.
name there, alright?
But since this is a grand prize, right? Before we go on, maybe we want you guys to kind of tag your friends, maybe 3 friends.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
friends.
Just tag 3 friends, and then we'll start with the final tagline and see who's the winner.
Yep. So
Yeah. While the production team is getting ready, yeah, we'll just move. Is it the 30th winner? Okay, we are looking for the 30th winner. This is 3-0, okay? But it's very easy lah, right? If you all don't get it, I'm not hit already.
not hit already.
Okay, you want to say
I say the
together?
first one, you say the second one.
All right, and the tagline is
Connecting.
entrepreneurs.
You see, everyone's smiling behind.
Oh, what is it?
what is
Okay,
it?
spam the answers are the 30th winner.
Yes.
Yeah,
Connecting.
entrepreneurs.
And also, please
Yeah, tag
remember,
your friends.
tag your friends. Yeah, no, sorry. Tag your friends.
Yeah, 3 friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Encourage your friends to join the free membership at www.100xconnects.com/membership. It's free, okay, and you can enjoy a lot of things. About 480 hours of free content,
Yeah.
and many other free stuff from 100x.
Okay, the production team is kind of counting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's 30.
Quite faster, just spam. What's the
spam,
brand
spam.
that has this tagline? Connecting.
Entrepreneurs.
This is like free giveaway.
Free giveaway. It's a free giveaway.
Gila.
Gila.
Tag a friend, put the answer, spam.
You can also tag the company name as well. Tag the
Yeah.
company as well. I don't know what to say.
Tag Yvonne, tag Jackie, tag Alfred,
Alfred,
tag Joseph,
yeah.
tag Chanel,
Tag Chanel,
tag
tag
Nikki, yeah.
Audi,
Who else?
tag Ben,
Tag Ben.
tag Vivian.
Yeah.
Oh, we have we have a new face though.
Yeah.
This is I haven't seen this.
Never seen her name.
I haven't seen her name before. His name. And
Yeah.
I'm really proud that we have new blurb in the chat box. And the one who
You want to announce the winner?
I will do the drum roll, okay?
And the winner is, if I pronounce it wrongly, don't school me.
Yeah.
QN Chin?
Xuan Chin.
Oh, yeah, is it QN?
Xuan Chin, congratulations. You won a 100x t-shirt. Let's go through all the price, okay?
Number 1, chili sauce. We have 3 winners: Leslie, Mowa Izani, and Kate Lu.
And the second part is the 30 ringgit Shopee vouchers. We have 3 of them: Heng Leong, Prince, as well as Yen Wen.
And the one that's going to win the financial literacy education camp is Alex Roger and Jonathan Matthew.
Woohoo! And the grand
And
prize, is Q and Chin.
Yay!
Woo! Congratulations,
Congratulations!
everybody.
Thank you for participating in the game. Every night being so supportive and coming in to support us. And let's enjoy the video. Remember to join the free membership at
and the gym membership at 100xconnects.com/memberships. And those who have won tonight, right, when we have read your names out, please, write to us at our Facebook page.
Yes.
And just, send us a messenger, then we can reply you. And
enjoy the video next coming up, and we will see you tomorrow.
My name is Vivian. My name is Vivian. Hi all, my name is Vivian. Welcome back to Tong Heng's Facebook Live. Please join me to welcome Mr. Lee.
Hi, Vivian.
Hello guys, my name is Vivian and welcome to Shushko Professional's first ever Facebook Live. I'm your host, Vivian. Let's go clock it. Let me take you on a tour of the property. Damansara Furnishing Center supplies furnishing of premium quality with a touch of modern aesthetic. Zenmoya Malaysia specializes in contemporary, multifunctional, and space-saving interior solutions. We expect to see this building up. Yay! Come on, shout out to them. Yes! Please continue to share and